Hello guys, welcome. I am doing a tutorial on an add-on for your user interface called GUI3. This is very useful and it pretty much redoes anything and everything that you have on your user interface. Any other add-ons, however, will remain, such as Bagnon, like that. Alright, and let's get started. To open GUI3, you're going to slash glock. It's going to pull up a lot of panels. Get rid of 5 of these. I would recommend starting with just the panels ones first. Alright, you see your minimap is in here, your backdrops, XP bar, info panels. Now your info panels are, the right ones is in the right spot right now. The left info panel is going to start over here. Your XP bar and minimap are going to be up here. Alright, move those to wherever you like them. Click the next one. Alright, and turn off the previous one. Also, let's just go ahead and say this. Auras is just a very quick one. You just move these 2 bars and they're done. So you can go ahead and do those ones while you're doing panels. That's what I usually do. Alright. So action bars. You have your pet bar, vehicle exit button, stance bar, micro menu, and then your action bars. Alright. Now you see that as I scroll over, these appear. This is very cool, guys. It saves you a lot of screen space, and I love it because I don't want a whole bunch of crap on my screen while I'm trying to raid. Alright? And I'm sure that arena people want to be able to have their buttons there without having to hotkey and take up keyboard space slash gamepad space. Alright? So it's very cool because you can just show on mouse over and then you can put whatever you want here. Alright, let's hop back in. Alright, so first of all, you can move all your action bars to wherever you prefer them to be. You can set number per row by right clicking. You can show on mouse over, which I wouldn't really recommend unless you know all your hotkeys and you know where they're at. I like to leave them there because I just like to see them sometimes. Alright, so you do have your stance bar. I'd recommend putting this just below your panels for your target and your character. But once again, that is totally up to you guys. Your micro menu is going to pop up here at the top. Just move that to wherever you want. Right click it, hit set number of buttons per row, and show on mouse over. That's how you're going to get the same effect that I have. Alright. So other than that, that's pretty self-explanatory. Let's move on. Floaters. This is one of the ones that has a lot of stuff in it. Alright, world state score, tickets, vehicle, and I think that's it actually. Yes, those are the ones that honestly I have not seen anything pop up in yet. I have yet to notice anything in those. So you have your durability down here. This is not going to pop up here. This all pops up around here, and I moved it myself. Alright, you have your durability, your achievement and dungeon alert frame, your extra action button. That is when you're in a raid fighting a raid boss. That's a button that you can actually press as an ability. Alright, your loot is not going to do anything. This window is not going to do anything if you have loot on mouse, which I do. But if you turn that off, this is where your loot's going to pop up. Your tooltip's going to pop up here, as you can see right there. Alright. Your objectives panel is in here as well. Let's move on. Oh, actually, let's wait. Let's take a look at these. Simple threat and DPS HPS meters. I really like these because they go down to decimal points of DPS and HPS. And your threat is also very helpful. These are also in this panel, and you can place them wherever you like. Alright. So, next up, cast bars. Alternate power. This is what say when you're fighting the Shah of Pride. This is going to be your pride bar. That's what that is. Alright? And then you have your cast bar, focus cast bar, target cast bar, and pet cast bar. Place these wherever you like, but know that your cast bars you would probably like to have near the person who's casting them. So as you can see, I have all of these right next to each one. You do get target of target with this add-on. I like this very much because I can tell when they're, like, say if I'm in a battleground, I can tell when someone is focusing a friend of mine, who they're focusing, who's about to get bursted, and since I have their cast bar, I can see when someone pops cooldowns. When they do that, I know to hide, LOS, or chain heal someone to make sure they don't die. That's very useful, guys. Alright, let's go ahead and turn those off. Alright, so as you can see, you do get a cool little picture. It's actually a moving animation of your character on the player panel. I like this very much. It's very cool. You do this with the target panel as well. It'll tell you their name, their class, and their level. It'll tell you if they're in PvP or not. That is something that probably you guys are going to want to know. Just so you do know this, the PvP, the 5 minutes thing, basically when you're flagged, where you're going to see this flag is right here, just off the side of their name and level. you're going to see a little alliance thing or a little horde just insignia, and that's how you know if they're in PvP or not, as well as yourself. It's going to be on this side, okay? Alright, so here is all of the raids, parties, all that. I'd recommend just leaving these up all overlapped, because you're never going to have any of these at the same time. These are not going to be overlapped when you first get them. They're just going to be all over the place on the left side of the screen. Alright, so as far as setting it up, your screen, that's all there is to it. Alright, when you hop in here, this is where you're going to go into each and every one a little bit deeper. You can change the button size. I wouldn't recommend that. As you can see, it gets really big and ugly, or it's just that size. Alright, bar width you can also change. See that? Very useful. I know a lot of people that enjoy having their bar width set so that they can just have a square at the bottom of the screen. A lot of pro WoW players like to just have that small square of all their hotkeyed abilities. Very helpful. I like it a lot, but for the moment, I'm not 90 yet on this character. I just leave it where it's at. Alright? You can do any and everything you need to each and every type of interface that you need in here. I'm going to let you guys explore those, okay? Because it's pretty self-explanatory. As far as each interface, say you don't like how they did the action bars, say you don't like how they did the bags, chat. Honestly, the chat is a little strange because you can't scroll up with the button, you can't reach your remotes. If you don't know your remotes or whatever, you can't do that. You can't click on it anymore, just like that. You have to hit enter for it to pop up. But I like the way the chat looks, and it's minuscule and out of my way, so I did not change it. But to get rid of those, you would just uncheck and then /reload UI, and it will go back to the normal one. Alright, guys? Alright, so if there is anything that you would like to know more in depth about, you guys just leave a comment and I'll get back with you, okay? Alright, thanks for watching, guys.